Okay, welcome to ALE. Equals additional living expensive. This is for educational purposes only. So this is part three. So when you decide to, or when your adjuster approves the ALE, you want to make sure that you, first of all, find somewhere that's close to you. Okay, and what I mean by that, find a hotel or an Airbnb that's maybe like I would say about 10 miles within where you stay, where your home premises are, um, where the catastrophe happened. Right? You don't want to go 50 miles away from wherever you stay. Okay, doesn't make sense because you would still have to take the kids to school. You would have to take them to whatever extracurricular activities. You know, some of you have jobs where you have to drive outside the home. So you want to make sure that you're still close to those proximities and not just deciding to go 50 miles away from your home, right? Okay, so we've done that. When you are doing any claim, you want to make sure that you keep all of your receipts. So what I mean by that is once you check into the hotel, things like that, or the Airbnb, you want to make sure that you keep all receipts. Okay. If you have to pay for parking at the hotel, you want to make sure you have that. Each day, how much it costs. Each day that you go out, go down to the front desk, you want to make sure that you have those receipts, right? You also want to make sure that if there's not a kitchen, then you want to make sure that you keep receipts for the food that you and your family are having to buy. If you're buying groceries, you want to make sure that you keep track of that as well. Now, also, you want to make sure that you want to have all a list of everybody who lives in the home and that has moved in the hotel with you, including your pets. So if you have two dogs or whatever, make sure that you have that as well. Okay. Um, Keep in mind the way that the insurance companies reimburse you for the food or meals. We do not pay you exactly what is on the receipt. This is to put you back to pre-loss. So let's just say, for instance, if you spend $100 on groceries a week, right? So 1 week you pay $100 while you're in the hotel for the food. The insurance company is not going to pay you because you got to pay $100 to eat, buy groceries anyway. Now, if you're out and you had to pay $150, then the insurance company would pay you that additional $50 because your normal expenses is $100 a week. But this week you had to pay $150. So they will reimburse you that $50. Okay? So it's basically what is owed is what they will pay you to get you back to pre-loss. They're not going to pay you um, what it is for your lifestyle, right? Also, keep in mind there are some policies where if you have a pool in the back, I know a lot of you that live in Florida, California, those hot states. If you have a pool and you have a catastrophe and you're granted your ALE, then they will pay for you or your family to go swimming at the YMCA because that's part of your home. You guys have been swimming. That's your normal expense, like you've been swimming every day or whenever. So, and now you're away from your home. So they will pay you, you go to the YMCA, see how much it'll cost a day or whatever, and you submit that over to your adjuster and let them know that you do have a pool at your home, okay? If you have a movie theater in your home, a lot of us don't, but if you do have a movie theater in your home, then they will reimburse you for you and your family to go to the movies at a reasonable cost, right, guys? Don't take advantage of the ALE. But anyhow, that's really how ALE works. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, drop the comments at the bottom, share, like, follow. So that's it for ALE.